I absolutely love it. I've got a chopping board. Can you do Yorkshire puddings in an air fryer? Hello, happy Christmas Eve. And today I'm going to be cooking a Christmas dinner in and out of the van using different fuel sources from electric induction hob, air fryer, gas using the gas hob, and also using wood with the solo stove. And there's something special extra which I've now got for the solo stove, which I think is really cool, along with my new Christmas lights, which you might have seen in last week's video. The LED lights, I am still getting to grips on how you actually use them because you can program them yourself, but they are brilliant. I absolutely love them. So if you haven't seen that video from last week, then do check that out, but obviously after you've watched this one. Now I am going to be cooking this in the Bespoke Campervan, which Tamar Caravan Centre have kindly lent me. You have seen this van before, I have done a full video of it. And I'm going to be utilising some of the features. I am on hookup, so I can actually use the electric to be able to power the electrical 240 volt devices, but I've also brought my power station with me as well. And I'm actually going to be using the Vango Induction hob, the dual hob, on the power station. I've got the air fryer, and the air fryer can be powered by obviously the hookup or by the power station, but I'm going to be using that on hookup because the power station isn't nuclear power station, it's only got a certain limit. Now it can power them individually, but it can't power them both together. And then later on, when I need a coffee, it can power my coffee machine as well. And I'm going to let you know a little bit how I'm getting on with that power station. Now I better start by putting the meat in, and I've not gone for a massive turkey. What's the point? I'm in a camper van. There's no point having a huge turkey with giblets and all. Might as well just utilise what I need. I don't want to be eating turkey for the rest of the week. I'm probably going to be doing that when we have our proper Christmas dinner. Now the first thing I need to do, not only put the turkey in and then peel the veg, potatoes, etc. Although I've cheated on the veg, I've got to be honest with you. Is actually pop the pop top, because whilst the camper van is in habitation mode, the pop top should always be up and the air ventilation at flat be open. So now I'm going to go do that and stick the turkey in the air fryer. I think it's time for some Christmas tunes, don't you? So let's get the turkey out the fridge and get cracking. So right, let's get this into the air fryer. This looks beautiful. Let's get that in there. Quick scan of the instructions, 170 for an hour. It's obviously an air fryer, so it's not going to be 170. Let's give it a little bit less to start with. Crank this up. You can tell that I use this a lot, can't you? An hour, don't want to do an hour, do I? Let's want to do 45 minutes. And boom. We're away. That is it. The Christmas dinner has begun. And yes, I do have bin bags. So let's get the bin bag going, because we're going to need that. There's going to be a lot of rubbish. It's a Christmas dinner. We're going to be cooking a lot of food. So next on the list, we're going to get some spuds done, aren't we? Let's get some puds peeled. Puds peeled? Spuds peeled even. So as you can see, I'm in the Bespoke Mojave Beige. Mojave Beige. Some people say that it's a extremely good colour, and it is actually the best colour. Well, when I say some people, I think only someone. I don't think it's the most popular colour. It's not particularly one which I actually really like, but with the graphics on it, I actually think it makes it look a lot better. But that's the thing with campervans, isn't it? As I've spoke about many times before, they're all extremely personal. What one person likes, somebody else doesn't. So it's down to personal preference. Everybody's different. There are some weird and wacky ones out there. There's some really bright colours. Some ones with patterns and flowers, and you know, they're great. You know, obviously there's one in the Devon and Cornwall Transporters Club. Well, there's actually a few. You know, there's a cow as well. Brilliant van. Absolutely love the van. Would I have it myself? Not a cat and mouse chance. No chance. And then obviously you've got some of the green ones, and yeah, some people know, regular viewers of the channel will know that I do like my bay leaf green. But then there's some of the greens which are on there, and you know, Kawasaki green. Yeah, lovely on a motorbike, but not on a van. Not particularly for me, but everybody's different. That's what why? Everybody has different opinions, different choices. It just wouldn't be the same, would it? If we all like the same thing, what would be the point in that? Anyway, you're fed up of listening to me out this year, aren't you? So I'll shut up for a minute. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. This is not a chopping board. I didn't bring a chopping board. And I didn't ask for all the extras in the van because I thought, I've got a chopping board. I have got one. I've got a chopping board. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? I do have a chopping board. I've got everything. I've got everything. I'm not master chef. I can cook, kind of. I can camp. I can film videos, but do them together, it's a little bit different. I've got a chopping board. Woohoo! Pigs in blankets, vegetables, more vegetables, mushy peas. Don't tell me mushy peas doesn't go with Christmas dinner. Mushy peas does go with Christmas dinner. And obviously cranberry sauce. And don't forget gravy. Right then, so now we've got about 30 minutes left. I'm gonna put the potatoes on. So oh, do you air fry or do you roast potatoes? Oh my word. I'm gonna go roast. No, I'm not. Oh my word, I don't know what to do. Right, 15 minutes. No, it's not 15 minutes. Let's go 30 minutes and see what happens. Don't know, never done it before. And the next thing I want to do is something which I bought, is some lights. But these are brand new, look. I've not even taken the tags from yet. So I've obviously got the really, really cool ones for my van, but I've just got these extra ones. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put these around the van. And I can plug it in to my Bluetti and I can talk to you about that a little more. So as far as the Bluetti is concerned, I've had this for, well, quite a few months now. Obviously with it being the winter now, the solar charging of it isn't going to be as good as it obviously was in the summer. But I found it to be a really, really good unit. Now I've obviously got my Fire Pit Campervan Conversation videos, which, don't you worry, there's going to be a lot more of those coming up in the coming months. What I've really used it for, because I've been trying to get the best quality videos that I possibly can, I've got a sound, I don't know what you call it, something sound, what is it? Like a podcast thing to get the best audio which I can. And because of that, I actually need 240 volts. So the Bluetti has been really useful for that. But additionally, because it is a portable system, it's enabled me to actually do them like you saw in a beach car park. Yeah, and I know I've obviously got 240 volts in my van anyway, but in that particular situation, if you had a van which didn't have 240 volts, then you wouldn't have such a facility because there was no electric hookup there. So I did have to use my my portable bit. Do you know what? Do you ever think like you're going to do something and then when it comes to doing it, it's just like rubbish? Well, that's what's going on here. Not really got a clue what I'm doing. I don't even know what these are going to look like. That's it. We're rolling now. We're rolling now. I think if I get this through a few times. But as far as it's concerned, it's done really well. But what I find lacking in it is there's no wheels. And I just think because it's such a beast of a unit, it's got so much power, you know, it can power, well, as we're going to see in a minute, you know, it can power Vango induction hobs, it can power air fryers, albeit it wouldn't actually be able to do that now because that's actually kicking out now over 2,000 kilowatts. No, it isn't, 2,000 watts. Flipping it, if that was kicking out 2,000 kilowatts, it'd have been cooked about 3 days ago. But it is a heavy unit, but because of that, I think it needs wheels. If it had wheels, then it'd just be much, much easier to transport around. I'd be able to take it to places a lot easier than I can obviously at the moment, because whilst I've obviously had my bit of a heart issue, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm actually getting really out of breath now doing this. I might be quiet for a minute whilst I just finish this off. Bear with me, I'll talk to you again in a minute. So I've done them now, and I'm going to put them on when it gets a little bit darker. In fact, should we test them? Let's test them out. Let's go and turn on this, because it's not turned on yet, because the thingy isn't turned on. Ooh, white light. Nice. So they work, and that's powered by the Bluetti. Don't worry, I'm not bragging about that. It's just a few LED lights. Turn them off, and we'll turn them on again when it gets a bit darker. Let's just check on these. Give them a bit of a turn. Ooh, it's looking good. Something else I've got is Yorkshire puddings. Can you do Yorkshire puddings in an air fryer? Don't know, we're going to find out in a bit. Pigs in blankets. Now in an oven, these take about 18 minutes. Oh, I've not started the veg yet. I'll start the pigs in blankets at the same time as these. And the veg can be about 10 minutes, I reckon. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this table out a little bit. Because that is getting hot. And I want to show you something else. So, like I've said, Vango. I like my Vango products. I do. I've got pans, which I shall show you in a moment also. Now this is the Vango Induction hob. Now, as far as the future's concerned, we're not entirely sure what the future's going to hold, because gas, people seem to think that gas is not going to be available for much longer. I don't think that's particularly the case. I think that gas is still going to be here, certainly for the lifetime of, you know, a lot of your vans. It's going to be years and years before gas disappears. But as people are looking to more renewable fuel sources, as in you can have a solar panel on the roof of your van, or like I've got with the Bluetti portable solar panels, and you can actually get free electricity from the sun, which is great, and it can power devices such as that. Now I'm going to plug that into the Bluetti, which, as I've said, is a big power. Now, the Vango Induction hob, this is the double sizzle, and each of the hobs, if you call them hobs, is 800 watts maximum. So obviously it's 1600. Now my Bluetti is capable of powering 2000, I'll pop it on the screen, 2000 something. So it's going to be more than capable of powering that and my LED lights at the same time, and other bits and pieces which I've not got out yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for the veg. Probably actually only going to use one, because I need to use the gas as well, and I'm kind of running out of things to cook, because I didn't want this to be like a full-on, oh no, I need to cook my peas as well. No, I'm going to cook my peas on here and the sprouts, just to show that the Bluetti is capable of doing the double. And then I'm just going to cook my gravy inside on the hob in there, and then we've used a bit of everything then, haven't we? But I don't need to put that on yet. We've got a little bit of time left. Right then, so we've got about 15 minutes left of the roasties, so I reckon it's time to get the pigs in blankets in. So let's get a few of these. It's always a case, isn't it? You know, how many pigs in blankets do you do? There's 4 of us. Kids are probably not going to be too interested. Can't cook 12 because I'll end up eating them all. But then I can't leave any because we just end up chucking them. Chuck them all in. So back in the Bespoke, and as I've mentioned before, we've got a sink and a 2-burner hob. No units above because it's in regulation, but we ain't going to talk about that today. It's got a tap. So a tap, which we need, water in the pan. Yeah, this is an old manky pan. I do need some new pans. I'll show you my Vango ones in a minute. They must be 30 years old, maybe a bit longer, maybe slightly less, don't know. Anyway, we need some water, so let's put some in. So we've got our water. Still impressed with our chopping board at £2. Right, so we need some of this. In the bin. Yes, in the bin. Oh, don't forget, I've got some sprouts. Do you know what? I needed a bigger pan. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get them out. I'm going to do it. My Vangos. Somebody might be able to tell me that the AHS 103 cook set, stainless steel, how old it is. Only when I put them in the wrong pan, didn't I? What a donut. I forgot I brought a bigger pan. There we go. There we go. So let's put that on the induction hob. Let's plug it in, because I've not done that yet. Let's give it some power. Power, as Clarkson used to say. We're back on again. Right, so what I can do is we can turn it on. Ooh, it's on. So whilst dinner's cooking, let's talk solo stove. And I've now got some gloves. I got a bit of grief last time that I wasn't actually using any gloves. I'm going to use them now, even though it's not hot, because just in case it's a bit dirty, and I can make sure that my hands aren't going to get dirty, because obviously I am still cooking. Let's get this stove out. I don't really need my gloves on at all. Right, so this is the base. So I want to put the base down, put the stove on top of the base. Lovely. And I've got that there. I've got my ring. Don't forget, got to flip your ring. You see my video, it's got to be flipped. So let's get some wood, some starters, and get it going to get a bit of atmosphere going. Don't forget, hurry. Now regarding this solo stove, some people did mention the fact that I said it was smokeless and they could see smoke. Well, yes you can, and as far as I can tell, as far as I'm aware, like I mentioned, you've got this 360-degree airflow, so the air comes in at the bottom, or it sucks it cold air in at the bottom, and then it comes up here, and then it gives it that second burn. And if you don't keep it clean, emptying out the ash, making sure that the airflow doesn't get restricted, then that can be a reason why there could well be some smoke, because obviously the air isn't flowing. And another reason is that the wood isn't quite dry. If the wood has got a bit of moisture in it, that is when you actually get the smoke. Because now, what, a piece of wood, a couple of pieces of wood away, and I can't actually smell smoke. Not sure if you can see in it. You will tell me in the comments, I know you will. But I'm going to put some more wood on now. I actually really like it. And I've since got the cooking part of it. Not going to be cooking on it today. Well, I am going to be cooking on it today. We're going to be using another bit which I've got from Solo Stove, which is brilliant, and something else, but you shall see that in a little while when we've had our lunch, which is nearly ready, and I am really looking forward to. This has certainly given me an appetite, but we'll come back to the Solo Stove in a little while. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I really like it. See what I mean? Got a bit of smoke, but it is practically smokeless regardless. I absolutely love it. So we've got the Solo Stove burning, we've got the veg which is nearly ready, the meat, the whatever they called, potatoes, and the pigs in blankets are practically ready. It's time to do the gravy and also mushy peas. But actually, more importantly, let's crack on with the gravy, shall we? Because my son loves his gravy. So for that, we're going to be using the hob. Now this is the 2-burner hob which we've mentioned before, the Dometic hob. So I shall get this turkey gravy, and like I've said, I know it is great to be doing this with all the drippings, or using goose fat, or you know, other things like that. Yeah, it's fantastic to be doing stuff like that, but we're in a camper van, you know, we're not at home, we've not got the full facilities to be able to do all that. Well, we have, but it'd just be a flipping nightmare. So, you know, let's keep things simple. Ouch, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Silly. You know, we might as well keep things, you know, as straightforward as we possibly can. There's no point messing around by doing things which is going to make things more difficult to do. We're going to have to get the table out, but first, it's getting dark, so let's crack on with these lights, shall we? Let's put some Christmas lights on. Oh, we don't want it on that setting, do we? Want a bit of colour in it. Let's get a bit of colour going. Hey, that's it. Woohoo! Let's get the party started. It's looking good. I like it. What do you reckon of that? I think they're pretty cool. Not as good as those though. show you those in a minute. Yeah, we've got 2 vans. I'm going to show you the other ones. Anyway, how's my gravy getting on? Let's get some utensils, or should I say spoon. Got plates. Come on, gravy. So to cook, we've obviously used the Vango Induction hob. Vango really like your products. Obviously, I've shown you that. I've still got the pans. Got loads of other bits and pieces, carpets and what have you. But something I do want is the, can't think what it's called. I talked about it in one of my NEC videos. The awning. The awning, I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. We've also used the Bluetti Powerstation, which I've said I really like. Sorry, I'm getting out of breath again. I really like it. It's just really heavy, but that is obviously, you know, batteries are heavy. I just think it needs some wheels so I can take it from there to wherever I need to go in with a lot more ease. I think it'd just be better if I could actually have some wheels. We've obviously used the air fryer, which I've had plugged into both the power station and the on hookup. So we've utilised lots of different things, as well as obviously the water tap. Obviously this has got an onboard water tank, 35 litres I think it is. Obviously got the 2-burner hob. We've popped the pop top because obviously habitation, got to do that. And obviously we've got the air vent opening there as well. Got the solo stove with something really, really cool and something cool, and yeah, it helps cook marshmallows. That's quite easy to do. So yeah, so we've utilised a lot. Locate table is going to come out now. We're going to get that out. We've obviously got the front swivels because they both swivel. We've got captain's chairs in here with the arms, the passenger swivels and the drivers. Not all conversions do have a swiveling driver's seat. The conversion isn't done as well. It isn't done the same, but this one has got the swiveling driving, so you can eat 4 of you because you've got 2 people on the rib bed behind, and yeah, you can all 4 of you eat inside. Alternatively, we could get the awning out, which I can't because I've put the lights on it now, but the awning could come out and we could have it out here. Utilising another table, which I've got, because there's actually quite a few of us here at the moment. So we've got my van and we've got this van, and we're just kind of enjoying the last dry day, I think it is, before the heavens start opening for Christmas. Beep, beep, something is ready. Now that means I'm going to have to put the Yorkshire puddings on. I've not put the Yorkshire puddings in yet, so let's get those on now, and then we are nearly ready. Woohoo! So what I need to do before I get the Yorkshire puddings in there, I obviously need to take the turkey out. We've only got a limited amount of space, so let me just come around here, move this away. I'll tell you what, it's much easier actually cooking without trying to film at the same time. I'll tell you that. That's flipping lovely, that. Does look lovely. Let's get rid of that. We don't want that in there. Maybe it shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Right then. So, Yorkshire puddings. Wrong side of the Pennines as far as I'm concerned, but ah well. So be it. Oof, not even sure I'm going to get all 4 of them in here. Oh, this is going to be an interesting thing to do. Let's see what happens. On. Right. Roast, bake. I've not got a clue. You know what? I haven't got a clue. Max, let's go max. Oh no, let's not go max crisp. Let's just do this. 200 degrees. 5 minutes. I think that might be too much. Let's give it a go. Give it a go. Put this in the bin. Get in there. We don't want that. Woohoo! Oh look, got my little Larry. How often have I talked about my little Larry? And I don't think I've actually ever shown it to you because it's just kind of always in my van. But yeah, this is a great torch. Really like this torch. I've obviously got the big Larry as well. Oh, I'm buzzing. It's Christmas. Look at that, eh? Oh, hey, do you know what? Look, it's the perfect size table to be eating off. Would you imagine, eh? Do you know what? I think they're actually working out all right. Veg, we good. Right, it's cooled down a bit now, so let's give this a bit of a cut, shall we? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Start getting it plated up. Tablecloth. Need a tablecloth. Chopping board. Oh, I love it. I love the fact I had that. Right, so vegetables. Right then, let's get some veggies on the plate, shall we? So now, mushy peas. Oh, I don't believe it. What day and age do you have a tin without a ring pull? Not going to defeat me. You're not going to defeat me like that. Let's get some mushy peas in here. So clearly, I'm going to need a new knife. Never mind, eh? It's all a learning experience. So stick this on here. Got the gravy, which is done lovely. Turn that up a bit. Gravy's looking good, and do you know what I'm going to put this? You guessed it, on the chopping board. Perfect. Right, tablecloth. Christmas tablecloth. What, you know, is there anything I've not brought? Yeah, bottle opener. Tin opener, I meant. Perfect. Perfect. Right. So there we go. Bit of turkey. So a bit of turkey for you. Bit of turkey for... Oh, yeah, that'll be me then. So, open there. Peas are on fire. Peas are on fire. That's fine. Mushy peas. Bit of mushy peas. Bit of gravy. Wouldn't be Christmas without crackers, would it? Gravy, sir? Hey! I've won nothing! What's all that about? Hey! How about that for a hat? Well, looks like everybody enjoyed that. You reckon? Any good? Yeah?
It's really good. Yeah.
Who fancies some marshmallows, but not just marshmallows on the solo stove with something new I've got, which you've not even seen yet. Drumstick marshmallows. And, I've not even told you this, got some really, really cool something for the flames. Let's go and have a look. Oh, my hat's gone again! So before we actually do the marshmallows, I better actually show you what we're doing. And we've got these, which are solo stove sticks. And when I first saw these on the website, I thought, flipping heck, sticks? These are not sticks. These are proper quality materials. Really, really solid. Look at the detail in that. I mean, that is really, really good. I mean, it's so quality that I've not actually wanted to use them. Tonight is going to be the first outing. But you know, you use sticks to do marshmallows and things like that. Roasting things, you can put steaks on them, you can put anything on them. They're just really, really good sticks. And they skew. I don't know why I didn't just use the one I've already opened. But look, they screw together. So rather than just using a tiny little stick, and even if you're using a stick which is made of wood and it's going to burn and it's just not going to be very good. Look at that. It's flipping massive. So you're not going to be getting yourself burnt in the fire. And it's got two big prongs on the end. So you can be poking that into the fire with the marshmallows on the end of it. And you're not going to burn yourself. That is really, really good quality. I'll show you it in a bit more detail in the light when I can. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. So let's get some marshmallows done. And then I'll show you the really, really cool thing and my LED lights on the side of my van. Perfect. Go and eat them then, and I'm going to show you something really, 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 really cool. Safety first. So, to be quite honest with you, that went a heck of a lot better than I thought it was going to do. It's not easy, you know, cooking and trying to film at the same time. Didn't actually really plan this video an awful lot, other than the fact that I was going to be using certain elements and certain devices. My LED lights, I absolutely love them. I'll put a link in the description below for those. Absolutely love them. Solo stove, fantastic. Those colour packs, yeah, they bring kind of a different kind of ambience. I think it'd be even better when the flames are even bigger. Air fryer, goes without saying, it is what it is. Vango Induction hob, power station, yeah, it's just everything has just kind of come really well together. The food, obviously that's the most important part, and that tasted really well. Everybody else had a good meal. My daughter actually said, "Dad, these are the best potatoes ever." I mean, what more can you do, eh? That's just everything, you know, that's brilliant. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. Really appreciate all your support this year. It has been absolutely fantastic. I've really enjoyed the journey. Obviously there's been some ups and downs, but yeah, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a fantastic new year. But do check out my video for that next week. And if you haven't seen the Christmas dubs, get yourself into the Christmas spirit and see those. They are fantastic. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.